Hey guys, Delta here, and it has been a while since I just sat down and did a commentary, so let's talk about Killzone Shadowfall today. The game has been out for a little over 2 months now, along with the PlayStation 4, which it launched alongside, and I figured now's a good time to do kind of a state of the Warzone, if you will. My opinions, my thoughts on Killzone Shadowfall as it stands today, and moving into the future, and just the longevity of this game, because it's kind of a mixed bag, to be honest. But anyways, let's get started with the positives, with what I like about Shadowfall right now. One of the big things is it's extremely well balanced. There's only one weapon that I take issue with right now. It's the VC-15 Judas, which we'll be covering shortly in the Weapon Guide series. And the issue with that is, when you use the flashlight attachment, it like amps the range up on it crazy and makes that gun like insane. It's absurd. It's been talked about for a while, and I'm really surprised it's taken this long to get patched. It's still unpatched as of this video, and you kind of get days where teams are abusing that, and it's really frustrating. I'm kind of cautious about talking about it in this video because I'm worried it's going to make more people go out and try it and use it, and kind of ruin the game online, because it is an exploit. I don't think it's meant to be like that. Guerrilla hasn't really said anything about it last I looked, but it doesn't seem normal that the flashlight would like quadruple the range, maybe more, because it's insane. But other than that, back to my initial point, other than that, the game is really well balanced in its abilities and weapons. There's nothing I can really complain about. Sure, you know, the Assault class has the stronger weapons, but then Support beats it out in having much stronger abilities, and then Scout is a little more well-rounded, and basically just a counter to the Support class. So I think it really is well-rounded. Of course, there's lots of customization options in terms of your war zones and even your classes, because everything's unlocked right off the bat. You just kind of level it up or unlock attachments for the weapons. So there is plenty of customization options. It is kind of wearing thin, I think. There's not quite as much content there as I would like there to be. I've heard rumblings that they are going to introduce new classes through DLC, which, to be honest, at first I was kind of opposed to the thought of, but now I would absolutely welcome the reintroduction of like the Saboteur class, because it would just change the gameplay up that much more. But of course, I don't want to add it in if it's going to break the gameplay. Guerrilla has a specific vision for this game, and I respect that. I'm enjoying the game, right? I'm not one of these Killzone 2 guys that is sitting here, oh my god, this isn't like Killzone 2, this isn't like Killzone 2, this isn't like Killzone 2, the game sucks. It's a different game from Killzone 2. Yes, I miss Killzone 2, but I do enjoy Shadowfall. I enjoy it much more than I enjoyed Killzone 3. And like I've kind of said, Guerrilla is listening to us more so than I think any other developer. Well, I shouldn't say any other developer, but I feel like they have more contact with us and are doing more than Infinity Ward has really ever done with Call of Duty. I think they've been more responsive to stuff than DICE has been with Battlefield 4. There's been a lot of issues going on over there. It's just been really fantastic between the forums and the player voice feedback area on the website. Of course, they haven't been the quickest at getting things done. I wish they could get things done quicker, but they have limited staff. I'm sure people have been shifted over to their new IP. Some people are working on developing the maps and the DLC, so we have a limited group to respond to our stuff and patch the game. But you know what? They're listening. And a big thing for me personally as a YouTuber, they're supporting their community. You're seeing some competitive tournaments popping up all the time. There's plenty of that stuff going on in the forums. And not just that, you know, their social media guys on Twitter and Facebook are sharing around, you know, my Weapon Guide videos. They're sharing around stuff from Captain and Meat, from Bandito Gaming. They're trying to foster both a competitive side and a YouTube community for their game to help the longevity of the title, as well as more exposure for the series. That's the big thing. That's that's something that I think YouTube was huge in for the Call of Duty series, is it became kind of that go-to game that every notable YouTuber was making videos for, and the popularity of the game skyrocketed alongside just how big YouTube and the YouTube gaming community got. So I'm not saying Killzone's next Call of Duty. I don't think it's gonna reach. I don't think it'll ever reach those kinds of numbers. That's just unreasonable to expect. But I think if you can build a strong community, and Killzone did have a strong community during Killzone 2. I'm saying Killzone a lot. Well, it is a Killzone related video. But if Guerrilla can help build a very strong community between the game and the forums and competitive and YouTube, I think there is a future for the series, because for a lot of people, I think it might be in doubt after this game. The reviews, the critical response was, I believe, the lowest since the original title, the first Killzone back on PS2, and there's just not a ton of people online. From what I understand, Shadowfall is the most traded in next-gen game on PS4 or Xbox One. So that's not a great thing. And continuing with, I guess, the kind of negative look on things, because there's negatives to all the good stuff that's going on, is, you know, there's a lack of variety in game types. There's really only the 3 or 4 major Warzones, which is the 24-player TDM, 24-player Warzone, Classic Warzone, and Extended Warzone. Some days there's a lot more others, but there's not a ton of players. And after a nice spike in the player count around Christmas time, where I was seeing usually around 4,000 to 5,000 people on during peak hours, it's back down to 2,000 and under, even at peak hours, which is really disappointing. And like I said, as much as Guerrilla has been listening, they've been really quiet on the DLC. We don't know anything about the co-op DLC. When is it coming? What are we really getting? We've been teased the first 2 maps, but we have no release date for those. And there's no clan system in launch, something that was just huge in previous games. It's coming. It's going to be rolled out over the next couple of patches, which is great. But overall, it kind of gives the game an incomplete feel that is really disappointing, because it's going to get to a point where players are burnt out with the game by the time it is truly complete, and that's disappointing. It really is, because I think Shadowfall is honestly, it's a really solid launch title. It's a good shooter. It's skill based. I know it's harder for a lot of people to get into because of that, because it doesn't have the XP ranking system. It doesn't have aim assist. It makes it so the game kind of plays more into the hands of skill players. And of course, a lot of the skill players are kind of getting irritated because lag has become an issue. It's been smoothed out over time, but it's still there. So, really, the future of this game, and really of the series, is up in the air right now. Guerrilla has an opportunity. Maybe not as great as an opportunity as they had prior to launch. But if they continue to support the community and listen to the community and really just keep doing what they're doing, and if they can do it faster, I think Killzone's gonna be around for a while. So that's it. Those are my thoughts on Killzone as it is right now. Hopefully someone found that interesting, not too boring. I'm recording this late at night. I'm tired. I haven't had the greatest day, but I wanted to get this out there to you guys. Of course, weapon guides will continue to go up at least 1 a week. I'm trying to get it up to 2 a week still, but it can be tricky with other stuff going on in life. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more Killzone Shadowfall. Share it around. It really, truly does help me out. It helps me out. It helps the channel out. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So that is it. That does it for this video. Thank you again. Weapon guide going up Saturday at 10 a.m. And I'll see you guys next time.